actual.
Why it's that?
Let me
From
hear
what
it.
I understand, it could be something different than what you know. So let us know.
Well, what I know is that it was a way of people thought sneezing was a bit of their soul was
Okay, so that's so far we're on the same
It
page.
is.
Interesting.
Feel it.
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
So bless you. I hope you get that back.
Okay. All right. All right. It's not I was expecting to hear something that completely. Listen, man, my daughter walked into the room the other day. She's just like, glass is made out of sand, right? It's like, yeah. So, like, does that mean skyscrapers are really just giant sandcastles?
Get the heck out of here.
You know what I mean? Like,
You know, glass is not a solid.
oh my gosh, you came up with some shit like that too.
It's a super liquid.
Oh my god.
If it actually sits still long enough, it will.
Oh shit.
Which is why it's always straight up.
I got so much glass in my basement right now.
That's all they-
And it doesn't even have like a frame or nothing to hold it in. It's just like plate glass and shit. Oh damn.
Glass is a super solid.
Oh man. Okay. Share the shock. Okay, we got some people sending me stuff. We're live on the phone right now. We got this thing happening up here.
Deep
Yeah.
stoner thoughts.
Oh man, that's all y'all about to get. And we just ate some good food. Jesus, Murphy.
Ooh-wee.
Like, yeah, by all means. We were supposed to have a show with the food on it, but like
Didn't last that long.
it was we couldn't do
Didn't
it.
make it.
We couldn't. It's,
Supposed to see us break that bread, but
all we have left is this dumpling.
And LG seems to be looking at it every couple of minutes.
I tried my best to keep my eye off it.
We're gonna have a massive round of rock, paper, scissors.
Glance it
I'm
over.
so game for that.
You know, just to make it interesting, you know. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had quite a day, and
Quite
it's
a
gone
damn day.
so quick.
Like that.
Next week's longer.
Yeah, by
What
an
is this?
hour and a half.
That's why we go
Oh,
live at
man.
11:30.
And we started today at like 9:30, 10, by 10 o'clock. I
We're
was
starting at
here.
11:30. We got
So,
Sahil and we have John from Dustwalker.
Okay, so we
He's
got.
going to be with us,
Okay.
asking some questions.
Sick.
Mhm. It's funny that we were talking about wolves because that's the picture that's in the living room right there. Yeah, the three wolves, kind of symbolic of the family there, but they got it before. But yeah, it's symbolism. The flags. That's my backdrop for conflicts of a Jamaican Canadian conscience. You know,
Candid conversations.
candid conversations
Tough talk.
sometimes. Hey, no, you don't see the titles. You got to see the titles for it to be tough talks.
Daddy daughter time.
That one.
Guy knows
that
your
one,
catalog,
yeah.
bro.
Like we should be changing it to each of those as we say it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that on the blue couch now. But yeah. We're doing some gaming. We're playing Lego Marvel Avengers. Yeah.
Never tried.
Yeah, it's a bit of a button masher, but the strategy, there's some strategy to it. There's some
You
technique
should have
required.
clicked onto it because there was strategy to it.
Okay,
She's just like,
Hey,
come
it's
on,
such
guys.
a hurry up.
Circles.
exactly.
Like he was literally deep thought.
I was locked in because the thing is, okay, the first one we played, Lego Marvel Superheroes on the PlayStation 3. That one was more two-dimensional. So like when you moved, the world kind of moved and showed you where you were going. This one is three-dimensional in the sense that like I'm right here in the front, right?
Oh, it's
And like I have to go back this way to go up this way. And I'm like, for the first 5 minutes, I'm there like on the first level, just going back and forth, just beating guys. Just, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's got to be a certain number of these guys I got to beat. And then we're done. And my daughter's
The
just
path will open.
flying around the castle. She's like, Dad, what's going on? And she's just flying around the castle. I'm like, yeah, no, there's got to be a number of yeah, I got it. Yeah, no, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. And then like I accidentally walked into this back corner. I'm just like, oh shit, wait a minute. And then like I got trapped and I'm like, I found my way up. I'm just like, oh shit, you mean? So I kept going up. And then I went to the right. Well, I was supposed to go to the left first. But long story short, I found my way around, but it was just the depth of the board was so bonkers.
Yeah.
Compared to like, you remember like Super Mario Brothers?
100%, right? Just a straight line.
Like you're just running and the screen is running behind
No,
you.
you don't run. You actually stayed here and the screen went like this.
It's technical, man.
Okay, okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we are looking to see who's looking at us.
Delivery dude?
I don't know. As long as he ain't wearing a uniform, we good.
You guys ate pizza? Oh, are you ordering
If it's
pizza?
prepaid, I'll take it.
Oh, that's your boy. No, I heard you. But yeah, so it's just come a long way from that. So what have you seen, and this is like an open question, what has made like a significant change in the last 2 decades, we'll say? Like what's one thing that stands out? Yeah.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Perception of oneself.
Really?
Deep on that one, yeah.
Okay, talk to him. Let's go.
People think they're more important than they are now.
It's the lack of
Ah.
self-reflection.
Yep.
If you don't get to come home and be like, you know what, I screwed up on that one. How do I change this now? I'm good.
Okay.
I messed up, but I'm good. And that definitely is.
Or I messed up and
Agreed.
you.
You don't think self-validation is like important anymore? Like being able to like say, hey, I accomplished that. Like I've done good. Let me relish in that
Yeah,
for
but
a
to
minute.
relish
No,
those,
that's-
you still need to admit your mistakes to get there.
Okay, okay.
The only
I'm
way
trying to
you
think
stay
of-
grounded is if you can call your own shit.
Oh, I definitely,
Like
but
I said, what
Well,
I taught my kids, and this goes for mental health, everyday living, and treating others. First thing in life, don't lie to yourself. You lie to yourself, it's too easy to lie to anybody else.
there's a lot of situations where, go ahead.
Well, I forget who said that one of the philosophers, but it's to relish the good times, but learn from the bad. The learning from the bad has dissipated, in my opinion.
I think the need to be praised exists in too high of a
Yeah, so we've put more focus on, I had a great day today, but that's just a fleeting moment that we've also forgotten about how there's bad in some of this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That you do, like I mess up all the time at work, and I learn from it.
Oh,
Also takes a bigger person to admit you did something wrong.
okay, but when that
Then
person
you're
admits
right.
that they've done something
You know,
wrong, though.
well, and I think that's the issue. Is that
Then-
there's not so much of admittance anymore.
Yeah, but when that person does admit something's wrong or that they've done something wrong, there are times where others will go out of their way to say, hey, you know what, you did something wrong and it was wrong. And by the way, you're wrong for doing that wrong. Instead of, okay, this was wrong, this is how you fix it.
Okay, yes.
Now the person that's doing that, saying keep on picking on it,
Yeah.
is the one that needs to be corrected. Because they're doing something
Well,
wrong.
and now you're doing the also. This is kind of a segue into the other thing that's changed. Is people don't know how to debate or argue.
Without getting, yes.
I'm not attacking you. I'm attacking the action that you just did. Like, yeah, you cut that piece of wood wrong.
Or attacking the
It's not you. It's
the
how it
action.
happened.
It's the action.
Right? If you would have thought a little bit, you would have been okay.
Would have been
Earlier, we had a couple of good discussions where we didn't see eye to eye, but we understood. We understood both of us, I was the more right.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
As long as
But we were
But
able
yeah.
to discuss and get on and
you
move on.
should be able to take the personal out of any conversation.
Okay, I should go and grab those other two
yeah.
microphones right
Right.
quick.
Agreed.
Hold on. You're right,
Agreed.
though.
The
You're
approach.
definitely
The
right.
approach.
Right.
Yeah.
The
approach.
I would be 100% wrong because again, it's his thing, the perception. You have a different perception of what I've received.
Right.
We could be again, we're sitting in the same room, but we've seen this whole thing completely different. So
That's
it's,
true.
You know what?
But the inability to discuss it.
I'm not going to take this personally if you don't agree with me anymore. It's okay. I'm kind of see from
Yeah.
you.
I can take that in.
Logic and emotion.
Yes. Less emotion. Less emotion. It's true.
Just because we both watch. Listen, we both watch a 30-second commercial. One person cries, one person laughs.
You know, one person has just been through so much bearable shit that even the smallest crack of like someone going through pain, they're like, that's funny. Because they're just like, yeah, I'm juiced out. I don't got no sympathy for nothing. Like, yeah, I'm done with it. So it's just a laughter now. The other person's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I think it's full of
Don't take
Jesus.
it personal anymore because it's never personal.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's easy to say in most instances, but I find it's like, okay, nowadays it isn't, you did me wrong, let's talk about what I did you wrong, or why you did me wrong, and fix it. It's, you did me wrong, I'm going to do you wrong,
Yes,
and I'm going to do everybody that associates with you wrong, and I'm going
which is
to...
the wrong response.
Healthy debate.
If you did me wrong, which it
Yeah.
sucks for the philosophers. Francis Bacon had this small essay of no man goes out of his way to hurt another man. But now watching people as
Nowadays,
there's
people are going out of the way to hurt you.
Francis Bacon wrong, and how do you do that? Because this is how it should be. Of, you know what, you messed up. You're still good, man.
Yeah.
You know, you burnt the dumplings. That's fine.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's a nice crust. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, let bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
Let it go.
for real. There's
Your
not...
information about Iron Maiden's wrong, but hey.
Yes.
Oh, we had some good
Oh,
conversation.
He said soft rock. I was just like, wait a minute.
There's the line. You stepped over it.
No, I went with my foot and dragged it back.
Yeah. Threw stones at it.
Oh, no.
Oh, you didn't hear half the stuff we were talking
Oh,
about.
man. Oh, man, that is great.
Yes, I think the people of Effects Made very kind of went, huh? When I said soft rock.
Yeah, definitely. But
That hurt a little bit.
I was sitting here like, Iron Maiden, soft rock does not compute, is not computing. But you know what? He said it, so I'm just going to give it the credit that it deserves, because still not computing.
Now I want to see you at an Iron Maiden concert holding up a sign. I love soft rock.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine? Like,
It's so insane.
Oh my God.
what would you do if you were Iron Maiden and you saw that? Just...
It would be amazing. They would show if they're actually like genuine. That's good, dude. Yeah, no, we like that. Give me that sign.
Yeah.
And their next album is Worse Off
Got
Rock.
balls, man. Good job. Come here.
What can we do for Cannibal Corpse?
Oh, man.
Really?
No, I like Cannibal Corpse.
Okay.
I don't mind them, but a sign that, you know, they would look at and go, fuck. Because their whole thing is horror.
That's
Horror
fair.
mode. They're there to like shock you. So what would shock them, do you think?
I guess
Jim
eating is
Carrey's one of
overdone.
the biggest fans. I think that's shocking enough.
Well, that's
as it
amazing.
is.
But no,
That's-
what sign would you would hold
The
up that would
Cannibal
make them
Corpse.
stop and go, the fuck are you doing?
Spice me up and lay me down. This is why you came to town.
I don't know that, because it's also the same thing as like Kim Kardashian wearing Slayer t-shirts, right? Where Slayer just ripped them a whole new one.
That's another one I don't like either. I'm
Slayer
tired
or
of them.
Kim
I'm
Kardashian?
tired. Both.
I agree with.
I'm
Raymond
tired
Blood
of
is enough.
Slayer.
I mean, like,
I can only hear the same song over and over again on every different record. Yes, I said it.
He looks right into the camera too, son.
Yeah,
Right into
It's-
that
it's-
camera.
No, I agree with you on that one.
There's a lot of bands that I don't like that a lot of people idolize and love.
I guess he's another one. Larry King, he's the lead guitarist.
Kerry King, Mr.
Kerry
Sloppy.
The other guy who passed away was a decent guitarist.
Yeah, and he wasn't on most of the records. Kerry
But
King
again,
did
they're
most of
another,
it.
they're another person I'd be like, just him.
Just
We just have him, please.
Just
Bring him back.
No Rain and Blood or Angel of Death.
Yeah, it's glitching right out hard, but hey, that's just something.
Your computer could be glitching out because of the Windows fucking update that came out this week.
Oh, okay.
There's a huge update. Like I've been downloading it for 2.5 days.
Jesus.
There was 3 parts to it. And then I had to redo my computer yesterday, so I'm re-downloading it again because it didn't go in properly.
That's probably what happened yesterday because I leave my computer on and it's just like I went to do something and it just said, nah, bro, you ain't getting this done right now. You're going to have to wait a little bit. So I was just like, all right, I gave it some time. I came back and had even more attitude. Didn't I say, hold on?
Like, you're not dealing with Siri or Alexis.
Siri, I'm dealing with Shaniqua or some shit.
I'm glad you said that, not me.
Nah, man, I ain't even mad though because like I put that through a lot. Like, I mean, at any given time, I have the DJ program running with the DAW running in the background. Plus, I'm going online with the restream. So those three right there are very heavy on the processor. So for it to be able to do that, if you need to rest for a day or two, you can just chill out.
Take your nails done.
As long as you're ready for Saturday, you know what I mean? It's good. We all right. You know what I mean? Wednesday and Saturday. That's what I need you to work. Other days, I can get some up, like, I can make one of the phones do it or maybe not even do it at all. But, like, you know, Saturday, people.
What, David not work?
Right? What do you mean? In between the two shows, I got 2 flyers that I have to make for Play My Song.
LG takes off more time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hey, I can't fault you.
Absolutely.
I
do a recharge, you know. I need a recharge. So
Friday and Sunday. Yeah, bro. No, there's not enough. There's not enough days.
We need a recharge, bro.
Are we not supposed to have some people possibly popping back in?
We're supposed to have some people popping in, but we ain't seen them yet, so we're just gonna wait until they do, and maybe
Oh, I forgot to ask Scott to send me the dates of that show that's coming up for him.
April 22nd.
April 22nd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done and done.
Sweet.
Can't wait for that. Unearthed. That still was shocking.
Goth Day. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, but Unearthed. They're a great band. Their old stuff is amazing.
Oh man.
So I kept trying to say, like, you got me at Unearthed. Like.
That's all we need to hear is Unearthed.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
Gotta tap into that.
Back in the day, they were pretty known.
Okay.
The newer stuff, it's
new.
It's not your same riffs. It's not your same breakdowns.
No, it's not your same. No, it's changed.
Which is it's nice to hear bands change.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it goes wrong, and you're like, that's fine. Still listen to your old album.
Yeah, exactly. Put both of them together.
I would say
see
Kiss,
what you
but I
guys
didn't
come
like
up with.
any of them.
Still.
No, I agree.
I think the disco era was their best stuff.
We're good.
Oh yeah, you guys were talking about stuff up there.
I just took a sip.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I couldn't take Kiss seriously even as a child.
I like theatrics.
Yeah, that's what kind of got me. Just like
party every day and every night.
It's part of every day.
Oh, whatever. They're the Taylor Swifts of fucking.
It's like it's all
Didn't they say they want to rock and roll all night and party every day?
Well, that's the thing that the whole lyrics. I want to rock and roll every night. Part of every day.
Yeah. Or
the real one is every day. Really,
come on, honey, jump on my love rocket. Great 5-year-old lyrics.
Theatrics was pretty freaking.
Pull that song.
Yeah.
If you muted them and still let them put their show on, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear you.
You might as well have Baby Metal going in the
Just watch them do stuff.
It would sound better. Baby Metal's great.
Oh, this is why it's a Savage Circle, ladies and gentlemen, for no other reason other than the fact that the opinion stated here might be too vicious for your emotions.
I'm sorry if my opinions trigger your guilt.
You know what I mean? That's the quote of the week.
Slap.
Nah, take it personal. Make a change.
Yes.
If you take it personal, that means you need to make a change within.
Yes, we're boycotting Kiss.
Straight up.
Even though they're done.
Really? I'm pretty sure you can buy baggies with them on it.
Oh man, you can get Kiss anything, bro.
I don't. Make it funky. Horrible. Rotting. Knowing our luck, Gene Simmons cheaped out on the ink.
Hey man, I'll take some Gene Simmons money. I don't even. We should forward it. Hey, Mrs. Jenny, do me a favor, the wifeinger. Let me holler at you for a second.
Yeah.
You want to forward this to Gene Simmons and then tell him not to take our opinions to heart?
He can take my opinion to heart.
Right?
Well, it would be a culture shock. See what I did there? Yeah, holding it down. Oh, man. So we got a couple developments. We got to shout out a few people. Everybody watching, however many of you there are now. There's like 4 of you now. All right, cool. There might be more of you later. But there's a couple people that are working behind the scenes to create some things that are going to be super dope. And now that I think about it, I'm not even going to tell y'all because we don't want you to try and do it. So shout out to the people that are doing the thing.
Oh, we got Effects May Vary has a video that they're shooting still.
We could talk about that. Let's talk about Effects May Vary. Yeah. So they came through this afternoon for Cooking with LG. We had
and hanging with Scott.
We had the most people we've ever had in a live happen during that hour.
That's awesome.
So we're probably gonna get a call. We're gonna get another email.
You wanna jump in a Zoom call with us again? We'll give you a free month.
Straight up, like I'm open to that conversation. Restream.io. Let us talk a little bit more about the fact. This thing is glitching right now in the top left corner. Yeah, it was just like got the email. I was like, okay, cool. And I thought it was one of those bogus, like, you know what I mean? I thought it was one of, what do you mean, this call center garbage? Don't send me this stuff. And then I read it again. I'm just like, all right. And then I messaged him. I'm just like, I just got this email, and it sounds serious, but you want to come in on this? Because like, you know what you're doing, and I know what I'm doing, but I want to make sure that they know we know what we're doing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that was my first conversation with somebody in Russia.
A lot of questions that you want to ask.
Well, it was interesting because he was sitting up all nice and proper to make sure he had an Americanized accent. By the end of the interview, like the conversation, Mother Russia was showing love. He was relaxed. He was,
yeah. Okay, so
the
you think
accent's
that?
God.
Okay, I hear that. Now, what do you think about this? And we're just like, okay, this is our opinion about the situation. Okay, this is how. Really, that is interesting. Hold on, I'm writing this down. And I'm just like, you're writing this down. All right, let me speak slower then.
That's awesome.
And then we get messages every once in a while. Here, answer this question. We'll give you a free month.
Yeah.
And it's from the same guy.
Yeah.
That or the head tech guy.
Yeah.
Will message us. How's everything going? Great. It's good. We need this fixed. Boom, and all of a sudden our stream will run better.
Yeah, it does. And that's the beauty. Like, exactly. It's another connection. It's just like, I looked around and just like, nah, this ain't. Is this really? This is what's up? All right, cool. So we're going to give them some content. And so far, we've been giving them stupid amounts of content. Like this, like the last 3, 4, 5 Saturdays. Holy shit.
Killing it.
Oh my god.
Next weekend should be good. It's a full day.
A full day. Like this.
Be here at like 9 a.m.
This is the place to be on
You?
I'm
Saturday.
a morning person.
You? Oh, I can tell.
It's okay.
Except for like, when you're up, not fucking with the world yet.
They'll message me and I'll just
Yeah.
That's what I'll wake up at like 4:35, sometimes 6 o'clock, and just like ain't nobody awake at this time. I found a couple of people that are awake now, but you know what I mean. So I'll message him around like 9, and just like, okay, I don't expect to hear back from him until like 11.
But if he messages me at 3 in the morning, it's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Yesterday I was supposed to play COD, but I ended up in St. Catharines. I came back. I'm just like, he'll understand.
God.
I can't shoot shit in real life anymore, so I'm shoot in a game.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's hey, I get at least get to re-up when I come in the game. Like it can't happen in real life, so and even then, my Gulag record is on point. Like, you know what I mean? I think I've lost maybe two, maybe 3 of like 15 20 rounds of the gulag. So yeah,
yeah,
man. Because once they kill you, you go to this purgatory kind of thing.
Blood sport.
Yeah, and
1-on-1, they give you a gun and you face off at the other ends and you go after each other.
yeah, it's insane. So
gear, nothing. No, just
sometimes ammo, sometimes
you get
nothing,
a gun.
sometimes your fists. Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Sometimes a sniper rifle.
Yeah, a crossbow. Like, I swear I had a crossbow one time. What the fuck am I doing with a crossbow? Like, okay, pow.
The video games.
Oh man, yeah.
The fast food for the brain.
Yes.
When I want to shut down, that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Go fucking shoot shit.
Yep.
Or play some football.
I gotta get into that football. I might have to. I hope they put that in on the PlayStation Network this one. PlayStation Plus. Give me a football game or something.
Never gonna happen.
I know.
You need.
My brother can dream.
You
Kenny.
need EA Play.
EA Play.
$30 a year.
Okay, I'm already paying like $30 a year.
Segregating everything now.
Yeah,
It's like 20 games.
$30.
Yep.
What games? Like,
I'm pretty sure Madden's on it now. 21.
on the 5.
I don't know.
Jeez, man.
I don't have the 5.
Now I'm gonna have to go research.
I wasn't that anxious to go get it right away.
It wasn't anxiety. I waited a year and a half. I was supposed to get the 4, and then they dropped the 4 Pro, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get the 5 because if something goes wrong, I want to be the one it happens to because I'm gonna get a new one. I have a year to figure out every fucking fault or flaw with that thing, and so far, you know what? I it's glitched a couple of times in the sense of characters appearing like in between objects. But that's after
That's a gaming thing.
Yeah.
That's not a console thing.
Yeah, so you know what I mean?
Issue.
Yeah, nothing that I remember. I don't even want to admit this, but I'm going to. I remember when I first got it, I set it up, and I'm like, yeah, put the disc in. This does not read. What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Oh
I just bought it. It's fresh out the box, son. I didn't even get to play a game. What the fuck? Yo! Okay.
Bent already.
Stand it up. Put this in. Like, oh shit. Literally, I'm on one hand's on the phone with getting ready to call PlayStation.
Crap.
The other hand is putting the disc in. I'm like, listen, if this doesn't work, I'm hitting send and we are going. It's gonna
This
be.
would have been funnier if he was actually on PlayStation. They just sanded it up.
Man. That's why I tried it that way before. I'm like, ain't no, then.
That would have been not that disturbing. It would have been so much better.
Oh,
I'm on the phone. They told me to stand it up.
Yo, bro.
Eject it and put it back in.
That's why. That's exactly why I did it that way because I'm just like, no, it's not gonna happen like that. They're not gonna say no. It has to be, but no, it was just me. It was just the excitement of everything. Just like, I got it. Just like
a new toy. And
yeah, I whooped the shit out of Spider-Man remasters. I only have like
that was the only game that came out with it.
Yeah, yeah, Spider-Man, and then Miles Morales. I'm still playing right now. But Warzone is so, bro.
It's too much.
Cold War.
I can't do it.
It's fucking
too much.
I can't. No.
Yeah, that's what happens to me. I'm running behind him.
God, someone said it. It's too
We're playing.
He knows what he's doing. He's actually been through this shit. Yeah, I just, you know what I mean? I'm going behind him, just like, and then action starts happening. I'm like, no, what do I do?
I'm running, and he's like, just follow me. He's following behind me. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? Parkour? Jumping over things.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's just ping. I'm like, who shot you? I don't know, but I'm down.
Right off the helmet, like nothing.
Yeah.
It's too much to
Shit
take in.
is crazy.
Then I get him up. Okay, there they are. I'm shooting. I was like, ping. Oh, shit, he's down again. Go back again. I said,
Yeah,
okay.
man, like
You look to the left there, you see the railing? He goes, yep. Run.
Yo, listen, man. This is why I didn't sign up for the military. That and flat feet. Like I just
Bullets would go flying, and he'd be like, "What?
Get out!"
Nah, man, I trigger happy just like we just turned the light on. I know, but I saw something. Yeah, the room, you fuck. Oh man! What the hell?
Court martialed in his first week.
Yes.
Darn.
Dishonorable discharge.
You would yell at me one time, and it would be on. I said, "Drop it, give me." Who the fuck are you?
He's the opposite of Full Metal Jacket.
Yes.
Nah, man. There's certain.
Until he realized that sergeant
Yeah.
has more combat training than he can
Yeah.
dream about.
Exactly, bro. But that's the thing. The ego doesn't know that shit. The ego doesn't give a fuck. Why are you saying that to me in front of people? I'm trying.
But the ego learns it real quick when you're
Oh.
lying on the ground with your arm behind your head going, okay.
Yeah, you see another reason.
Oranges.
You see, it's just not for me. I just know. Like, I respect the fact that people are willing to put their lives on the line to save others. I am just not picking up a gun to shoot nobody unless it's absolutely necessary. And even then, I'll probably try to pray my way out of it. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus, I really don't want to do this, but if you are going to guide my hand towards that individual, then we.
So,
And then there's me. Okay, you're done before I am.
Oh yeah, if I have to think that, if I'm even thinking that, bro, listen, man, I almost powerbombed someone into that green box out there just because he flinched at me once. I was just like, what are you doing? No. Like, he fucking, like,
I'd love to see that.
he went like this and just like, no, bro, if you do that, I said, you don't want it with me. I have a foot on you. I have 80 pounds on you. You have been working all day. I just woke up from a nap. Plus, you drank at least 6 beers.
yeah.
I'm ready to go. No. He's like, I'm going to call my stepfather and we're going to throw down. Stepfather shows up. I'm like, you need to talk to this motherfucker. Do you see the size of me? Like, I know sizes and everything, but do you see the size of me right now?
See, and that goes back to self-reflection of, no, you maybe? Nah.
Nah.
I'm good. I'm okay.
Yes.
Nah. So then I
Add
said,
it up here.
yeah.
I'm wrong on this occasion.
I said, no, my dad told me it takes a small axe to drop a tall tree. You know how much anxiety I had around fucking short people? Like, these kindergartners would walk past me and be like,
Take your answers on your dime.
you know, like, but no.
Daniels, your strongest part of your body is one of your weakest.
Yeah.
Your knee.
Your knee? Oh, man.
Your knee. You take someone's knee out, they ain't doing shit. They have no
Nothing.
power to punch.
No.
They have no power to pick you up.
Nope.
You have no power to chase you either.
No.
Indeed.
And the average individual does not have enough strength in their knee to not buckle.
Mhm.
Timber.
See what I'm saying? So all he had to do,
You gotta start with the question. Do you know our weakest point? No? Okay, I got you.
exactly. Well, that's
Going in.
Next one, the nuts.
The neck, the nuts, and the knees. Yeah. 3 and innovation.
And if you really want, you can just actually hit somebody in the ribs hard enough, they will dislocate or puncture.
Or the eye.
The breathing. Okay.
Hit him in the eye. Well, that's
There's a pressure point right here that
I was thinking of the
you
armpit.
can move around, no problem.
Also one
Yeah,
right in here.
So you don't actually need to. Yeah.
You can actually lift up something.
Oh gosh, he's just under, or you could just like
Human body.
It's so
There's one under
magnificent.
the armpit too.
But yet so fragile.
So fragile. Like, oh my, and that's the thing. I refuse. We had this conversation on the first episode of the Savage Circle, and the Savage Circle has changed since then in so many different ways. But I like the way it's evolved. Everybody's like, man, the common phrase is, "Oh, grow a set." Like, nah, man, why
growth?
Grow a set. Like, nah, that's not what makes you stronger. What makes you stronger is reflecting on your faults and improving on them. Not growing an extra set, because I already have a set. So if you tell me to grow
They
a
hurt
set,
when I sit on it.
bro, it is not fun.
They're one of the worst. It's the
Grow
most,
another.
Have you
set.
ever had a toddler run at you full force, bro?
Actually, my oldest used to do the thing.
Oh
If
no.
you sat there watching TV, guys, your legs are open.
Yeah.
You'd be watching TV and all of a sudden,
No.
Set just showed up.
Oh,
You ready for that shit?
sorry,
Oh.
and it was like this.
Oh my gosh, no. You see what I'm talking about? It didn't even happen to me. Look at my reaction. That's some bullshit. I'm hurt because I can envision that shit. You know what I mean? Like, but nah, it's just not. It's like y'all need to show women some respect. It's International Women's Month. You know what I mean? We need to talk about that for a second. So how do we, like, I mean, there's different variations on, like, well, there's 3 married men and a single man, but we're getting, like, different perspectives on, like, relations with women now. How can, well, this is a good question for you because you're raising women yourself. So I have an 11
I don't know what I did.
I have an 11-year-old right now, and like
I have the 4 best girls there is in life, and I don't know what the hell we did right.
Oh man,
I couldn't tell you.
I'm still like, when she got her award for arts, she, like, there were 700 kids that submitted in the whole school board, and 15 kids were selected, and she was one of those 15 kids. And I was just like, oh my God, she did. It was something. Yay! Just like she's got her wall full of like her accommodations from school and things like that. But when that happened, I was just like, oh my gosh. So like to hear you now speak so highly of your daughters who are, you know, grown beyond her age, it's like it gives me, you know, a bit of hope that she'll further develop her skills into something that she enjoys. Like it's awesome. But like the women that helped us make them, yeah, wife and gender deserve so much credit for, like,
yeah, I don't know how long I've lasted.
Wives and mothers.
Yeah, wives and mothers, just like, yeah, your mom's awesome. Tell her I say hi, by the way.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but like, I don't know, man. Things like you deal with women. Like, what's your perspective on the situation? Like, where they're involved, I guess.
Man, it's really the person.
Okay.
So I can't really. You'd have to put yourself in the scenario on who you're dealing with.
No, you'd also have to look at who raised them.
Well,
and
there you go. Which still comes back to that, right?
Yeah.
Who you're dealing with.
It goes all the way back. Because I know there's ways my wife does stuff.
True.
I can go, I know which one that is. I know how I'm dealing with this one that way.
There's traits for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I said, the first day I saw my wife look at my daughter straight in the eye, I walked backwards up the stairs. Said the same for me. I don't go here. No. You know what I mean? And like, I love them both dearly. It's just there's sometimes where I'm like, okay, I feel for you, because it's like there's times where I have to pick between one or the other, and those times I go into the basement and say, you know what, I pick me.
Look at me.
Yeah.
It's like that small video of the male lion picking on the little cub, and then the mom walks in and just smacks the male lion. The male lion's like, "Yep,
I'm
crossed
done.
the line on that one.
I'm done. Yeah.
That's the one who owns the pride."
Oh my gosh, I'll
You
tell.
look back, you're like, oh shit.
I'll tell everybody. I call this the queendom. Like, once you above ground, this is the queendom. Like, you know what I mean? This is where the kings bow down and relinquish the crown. Here you go, take that. I'm just done. By the way, WrestleMania season's coming up. Road to WrestleMania. Look that up online.
Yeah.
That's me, Dablock. And that was just a side note. But yeah, no. But like, it's just because if I know myself, and I don't think it would be as organized and free flowing as it is right now.
Wait until your daughter bangs heads with you.
We bang heads all the time, bro. That's when we start playing video games.
No. There's going to be a time, and it's now ingrained into your brain. You're going to have an argument with her, and you're going to stop, and you're going to message me and go, "You fucking assholes."
I don't even look at situations like that.
No, there will be a situation.
There will be.
I have
a 19-year-old.
Okay.
There are some moments, man.
There will be a point you will get into it, and you will be going, "You fucking motherfucker, shut your mouth next time."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a firm believer in the whole projection of what occurs. That's why I'm not projecting it to occur.
He's back tilting the whole time.
Yeah.
It's
It's gonna be things like again, we all did it to our parents, right? We all rebelled in our little ways.
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
no.
but it's different when
a lot of
a
patience.
daughter does it.
It's vicious and
It's
terrifying.
yes. Take the wife and magnify it.
Yeah, I don't even want to bring her into it.
But that you will have
She's
that
no,
moment where
literally,
you
she's
are
had
gonna-
arguments with Janet,
Yeah, but-
Janet Jameson on
It
like
doesn't matter. There's going to be a point where you
Yeah,
and Matt are going to
it
fight,
matters.
and you're going to walk away, and you're going to be like,
God,
what
God
the
bless
fuck?
daughters, and they will cut you deep.
oh,
And it's the hardest thing not to take it personal. I will say from experience of just
Nothing yet.
Finish it.
You're only at the beginning.
I know this.
gonna
I have
try.
sisters. I like.
That's even different.
I have. I know this. I have sisters. I've seen the way they, and I think that's where I have the an advantage because like I hope so too. But like generally speaking, like I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's just like I don't think it will be as hard for me to deal with because I'll have so many different scenarios to look at in response. But that's just me. Like I'm that's what I'm hoping at least. You know what I mean?
Definitely
To
mindset
try.
to keep it in there. And remember this.
Well, this is engraved on online. So
It never works that way.
Get on your knees and bawl and be like, damn it.
oh, I know
Okay.
there's gonna be a time. I
gotta
know.
hold my tongue now because
Yeah, I know there's gonna be that time, and it's just like, yeah, just like, well, well, that's where it is.
That's what I said. He's gonna mess it. You fucker, shut the fuck up next time.
Raising
Look
a
at you
kid in
just
this
start.
society is difficult.
It
It is with the influence and the falsified picture they have of everything. Of Hollywood is right, and
yep,
they're not at the point where we're at, where we've been through that of and like no, this is completely.
I'm a firm believer. Okay,
Still fresh.
We know our
1
name
to
is
19.
soft rock. We know
1 to 19 is a different life.
yes, 19 to 24.
Then 20 to 26 is a different life. Yes. Once you hit over 26, you start to think of things. You start to realize
You're not.
parents
you're
were a
small
little
fish.
right about that. Then you hit your mid 30s. Oh, you start to calm down a little. Your brain starts to work a little better. Wait till you hit over 40. 45.
I'll get there yet.
yeah, I'm not rushing it.
Okay. Wait till you get there, you have a different mindset than you ever
Well,
had.
But I've always had a more mature mindset than my
But-
age.
well,
Changes.
which is
It's
yeah,
going to change.
Well, and watching grandparents, right? You're like, you are the most calmest thing in the world. Well done, you've dealt with this,
Yeah,
right? And no, yeah, that for me, it's that 19 to 24 is the phase, or 18 to 24 is your parents are stupid.
And,
you're like,
some
okay,
people that will
so
go into
those
the 30s.
those years, you're gonna have to be like, you know what? Good luck,
Yeah.
because I can tell you from experience, but you don't need to hear. it.
There
You
will be
don't want to hear.
yeah,
this.
you
Still
gotta
other
go
kids.
through it. They
So,
have to go through it.
I'm
That's
gonna have to let you get stitches
I have
emotionally and
yeah,
physically.
I've
Be
said
like,
to my kids,
I'm here.
one day, this conversation we'll have it with your kid.
It happens every time.
And in the back of your brain is going to be, fuck, he was right.
I can still remember that when I said that to my
So
parents.
could I.
Damn it.
I called my dad when I was like 25. I said, you know what? I realize now why you did some of the things the way you did them. I still don't appreciate some of the things because it didn't allow me to do what I thought I wanted to do. But you know what? I understand why you did them. So that being said, I'm going to, remove myself from this conversation and go back to doing what I was taught how to do.
You've raised me well.
Yeah.
I did the same
I had
thing too with my
football.
dad, but
Football.
that was after 20 years of not talking. And then something clicked in my head
Yeah,
at a certain age.
there's a
I'm like,
point, yeah.
okay, we need to make this work.
I was
But
27.
also, those thoughts changed again 15 years later. When I hit 40, I had a different appreciation from the things I was appreciating from a different time.
100%.
And my outlook even back then was still skewed to what I believe now.
Okay.
It's gonna.
There's
an
groups.
evolution.
There's groups that you will one day sit back and go, damn, that was 10 years ago, and I was that fucking wrong about that thought.
Well, I mean, like nobody thought 5 years ago we'd be dealing with the circumstances we are right now. So obviously there's, ground for a substantial variance.
Well,
But
that's the terrifying, but yet beautiful part about this world is it's ever changing. There's nothing the same. And
But
I love
it is.
Yes and no. Well, and I like what Heraclitus said, right? No man can step into the same river twice because it's constantly moving and that man is changing. go through all the science. Every single thing is constantly changing. It's technically the same position as a river, right?
Yeah.
But everything is
Well,
constantly
the
moving.
river doesn't change, but his perspective
And
might each time.
So it all changes.
Did I
Yeah.
poop?
I don't know.
It's very funny.
Nope. We're good here. I got 21% on the battery.
I like that.
But
Though.
that is good.
But history repeats.
Yes.
The cycle.
It depends on what you're. We're gonna massively go into quantum physics and physics right now, depending on what universe we think we're in. I don't think it's so much a
Multiverse.
repeating.
It's part of the
Big
multiverse.
It's more of it's kind of so
reflection.
For me, the universe we live in is called a flat wraparound universe. So it's a Mobius strip. So technically it is the same, but it's still changing in variances. Right. So I get where you're coming from, but I don't fully see the history repeating itself in the exact same way. It's there's perceptions again.
Everything evolution changes, but it's still repeating. It's just an evolved repeat. 100 years ago, when this was going on, people wore their masks. People stayed indoors. People didn't move around much. Evolve 100 years. What's happening?
Movement.
We have another plague, but nobody wants to listen. People think they have the right to do what they wish and endanger others.
Yeah.
True, there's nothing new under the sun.
It's the same thing.
Rebels.
New York was built on garbage. It's still garbage. You know what I mean? Like,
Just pretty.
Damn. Pretty garbage. That's terrible. But it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Then how do we change the future?
you can't.
So now we're getting we're pessimistic and beautiful on this.
Hold on. You got to change the future by changing the present. That's the only way to change the future.
You gotta change the past before you change the
You
present.
can't change the past. It's already happened.
Yes,
You have to change what's happening.
It still never works. You still fall into a trap.
How so?
Look where we are today compared to 100 years ago.
But that's just a
I
reciprocal.
I get what he's saying,
Well,
but
and the thing of you can't change the future, but you can change yourself to better the future.
Which is the present.
but we still fall into the same traps.
Which is a Kierkegaard quote of you can only live life forward, but you can only learn it backwards. So hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
All that beautiful things. And
So what you learned, what you could correct a week ago, but only learned now, is irrelevant. Exactly.
You're gonna go back and do it anyways.
Exactly. How many women have you been out with that you swore up and down you're never going down that crazy?
And then, you know what? I haven't seen someone in a minute. Just a little talk.
Do you see what I mean?
Just a little talk.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
life is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Constant
Cycle of maybe I should go right in the direction that has happened before. Yes.
When you drive somewhere, do you not drive the same way every time because it's the way you know?
I do not.
No?
Nope.
I do not.
When I used to drive, I purposely made sure
I
never
do not.
I was driving all over the place.
I try not to, but like it depends on if I have to get there at a certain time, then I'll go by the route I know
The
will get me there in
98%
that
of
time.
people
Yeah,
drive
no,
the
yeah.
exact same way.
I have a coworker who every single day does the same thing, and I
Yeah.
want to punch him.
Yeah.
God bless him, but
Like
stop it. Change something a little
do
bit.
something different. Yeah.
Hope's that white car that hates me.
Been here every Sunday.
He's here bro, he parks there the whole weekend,
Yeah.
fam. Like, what do you mean? If I were to park out of line, they would call on me. Like, how are you just gonna park on the side the whole weekend? No parking sign there and everything. I'm done.
There's a white car. Yeah, he's over here now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they don't put 2 spots in front of those windows.
Because it's in front of their windows.
Yeah.
You have to change.
So you have a car in front of your window.
Yeah, I would.
My truck is currently in front of your window.
This also is true. And you could put a curtain out there, but
You could put a little divider up.
there was a complaint about people looking in their windows.
Close
So
your fucking blinds.
there's the thing that I always do. It's like,
Yeah, but some people like that. Looking. So.
Yeah.
How did we go from life and evolution to
Looking in windows?
That's how the evolution works.
I'm just sitting here like this circle is savage, man. We just keep going round and round.
And do you see right there? We couldn't even get to evolution because we started
back into the same pattern.
back in time. We went primitive again and was like,
Oh man.
That's good. Yeah.
Oh, that is brutal.
LG's more responsive when he has daytime snacks.
Something in the dumplings.
Something in the dumpling.
Corn hash.
Yeah. Oh man, I gotta get this down here. See if I can make this happen without screwing this up. Okay, that has 86% left on it, so it should be good for now. This one only has 18, so.
Usually 100% goes for a good 2 hours.
So 86 should go for.
It's a good conversation.
Yeah.
We did one. The last one we did with not today. I was telling you before. The last time we did one with Effects Made Berry on a Saturday. They came and saved the day in 3 hours and 10 minutes was the on air.
Yep.
And then it was another 2 hours off air.
Yep.
Oh, that's the thing.
Serious?
You were sleeping on the couch.
Was I?
Yep.
That boy.
Nice.
That's how you do it. I heard everything.
Yeah.
That's in all the podcasts, right? Watching Joe Rogan's. I'm like, man, I gotta sit here for 2 hours. But then by the time I'm like, oh, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Good
That's another one.
Yeah.
I kind of.
Yes.
He weirds me out, but he's a great interviewer.
Yeah.
That's all. Like he asks those questions that the lame person doesn't fully like
Comprehension
until
to not
he
ask.
words
Yeah.
it, and you're like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
a smart dude.
Oh, he's a brilliant guy.
He's
He's just a little,
He's been hitting head few times.
Well,
say
yeah.
the least.
But again, he's got again great conversation pieces.
Oh yeah, like he's had some great interviews, like with Elon Musk.
Yep.
Got him fucking high on camera.
Yep.
Who did he
always?
Yeah, but who did he drop mushrooms with?
Everyone. What's his name? Duncan Truskell.
That was one, but there was one that was like you wouldn't expect, and he dropped mushrooms with him, and they just kind of sat there for an hour, looking at each other like.
I think I just watched where they're in the space suits as always.
Yeah.
He's insane sometimes.
And he has millions of followers.
Millions.
I get it. I would. Yeah.
I'll
I
take
would love to
handfuls for
sit
now.
down and have a conversation with him.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, it'd be interesting.
Definitely.
Smoking a joint, just sitting there shooting the shit, hearing his stories.
Oh,
Stories
wow.
that man has.
Oh,
UFC,
Roll a stogie with the rogies.
the first Fear
Fear
Factory he was part of
Factor,
when he was this fucking big.
Come on, news radio.
Fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Another one I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah,
with
news
George
radio.
Stephanopoulos.
Yeah,
Strong
he's again an amazing
Waffles.
interviewer,
Oh, I met him way.
and I would like to play his house.
I met him. I didn't meet him personally, but like we had a conversation a couple of times on the phone because he was the overnight guy on the Edge 102 when he first broke into radio.
Oh, the Boneyard is live now.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them.
Wow.
You can stay with us.
But no, I had conversations with him over the phone when I used to call in to request music.
Love his interviews.
Yeah, he
knows how to ask.
Yeah.
he's he'd be interesting to sit.
Yeah.
And let him talk.
Yeah.
Just listen to his stories
Mm.
of his things. It's just amazing.
What's his most amazing story?
He has a loft downtown Toronto that he has bands come and play. I would love to play that.
Oh, okay.
Like literally, just before I saw Power Trip, they played his house.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like-
I saw that. I saw that on YouTube. That was a great show.
And just the
Okay.
next year, they played in Toronto. And I was at the last show in Toronto they did. That was phenomenal with them and High on Fire.
Mike is amazing.
Yep.
The bass player is.
Oh, I almost got into a brawl because some idiot decided to fucking stand up in the fucking seats. We're up in the balcony. We're up in the balcony.
It's High on Fire.
No, we're up in the fucking balcony. Move. It's empty. Don't stand in fucking front of me.
Okay, that seems like a lot of friend had that. He went and saw the Rack on
He
Tears. and
felt
someone
very
did that.
passionately about that.
It's called concert etiquette.
Hey, I got a big head, bro, and I wear hats, so
Shit, ain't no
Yeah,
one
but
seeing
Even
it.
if he's not on the balcony, he's still
They're
seeing it.
not
Oh,
seeing
there he
it,
is.
right?
I remember one time I went to my daughter's performance at school, and like I had my hat because I dressed for the holidays, and I had my hat on, and it was a Christmas hat, and it was just up, and then it was just like, wow. I was sitting here like, wait a minute, hold on, you decided to up and sit behind me, and you want to come in. I'm like, you know what, David? You at a kid's school. You can't be doing this ignorant shit, motherfucker.
Match her with a chair.
Chill out. You know what I mean? This is not
Vince
extreme
McMahon, this lady.
rules. You know what I mean? Just like, okay, all right, I'm sorry. So I just slouched down a little bit. You know what I mean?
If I'm sitting up front, I slouch.
Yeah, well,
If I see a lot of short people sitting in the front, I go stand in the back.
that's what I was. I was like 3/4 of the way to the back, and nobody was there when I got there. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna sit all the way at the back. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, like right in the middle, just not too far back, so I could run into the island. Click, click. Okay, cool. Run back. You know what I mean? Just yeah, you're giving me warnings. I'm sure she's chaperoning shit, bro. You don't even know what I'm ready for.
And it all changes when it happens.
Oh man.
So
remember the whole
quickly.
perception versus reality?
So
Yeah.
That's what
quickly.
raising a daughter is.
Yeah.
It's your perception.
Oh, I know
This
it's
is
about
what
to
I
be
Here's
some.
the reality.
I know it's about
This
to
is
be
what
some
it's
shit,
going.
but reality could be better than my perception.
You're just gonna take it as it
You know
comes.
what I
I
mean?
hope it is.
That's
Hey,
it.
compared to what everybody told me it was gonna be like, I'm already. Is that her? No. Okay. Compared to what everybody told me it was gonna be like, I am cruising. I was told, oh, you better mind how you your attitude. Watch your picnic, I go walk all over you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she's growing into that.
No, she's not going into the. No, 11th grade 5. She's in grade 5. Cause she was born in February, so.
It's a high school. High school is.
I was in high school by the age of 13.
See,
You don't
lucky.
need to know, okay, man. Like,
No, I'm trying to think. My daughter was 13 too.
I was born in the summer.
I skipped a grade.
I could have skipped several grades. I just didn't.
See, I don't remember. I just remember high school, and that was it.
High school, I only remember 2 years, and I think that's all I want.
Blink.
I had one in high school. Pink leather jackets and tighter pants than girls. That was me.
No, I had a 6-foot top.
I had a 1 foot.
I
I
had
literally went from like my bangs from here went all the way down to my ankles, going backwards.
I had a fro,
Shaved on both sides.
just like, and sometimes I'd blow dry it out so it looks sane like. Just.
Good reference. Well done.
Last time you said that, I said kid and play.
Nah, it didn't stay. It didn't stay like that though. It was just.
That was the hardest part of figuring out something.
Yeah, no.
What did you use for your mohawk?
Anything from eggs to glue.
Okay.
White glue.
Yep.
Mm,
I will say toothpaste is amazing.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Very
used rubber
pasty.
cement once because I wanted the whole 6 feet up, and rubber cement was the only thing that really held at the base.
Very pasty.
No,
And then I just shaved it off.
I did the eggs and the toothpaste, and then got to be glued was there for a while,
Yeah.
Mm.
and that was it.
That looking
And
sharp.
The clear school glue worked real well too because it would wash out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything to keep that up.
Really?
Yes.
You could eat it as well.
I saw your picture. You had the box cut hard.
Pretty much.
I saw the box cut.
Afro.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was pretty.
Now look at
Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I just shaved this yesterday, 2 days ago.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's such a pain in the ass.
This
Like,
grooming.
oh my god.
Grooming, oils, stuff for shampoos. I'm pretty sure I put more into my fucking goatee,
Fabio face.
money wise, than I have ever in my head.
like he saw me with the glorious of what I had.
Really? Yeah, you had the.
You had,
You
bro,
did?
honestly, I saw it and I was just like, I have to have a conversation with this man.
I think I have more beard and mustache stuff than my wife has anything else.
Wow.
Specialty combs,
Yeah.
waxes.
Yeah.
You got the special
all of the
wood
beard.
combs, the freaking
Yep.
the boar brush.
Yep.
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 Oh, no,
More
you
bristle.
take real good care of it.
And
Mhm.
the product I'm using now is actually Mammoth Co. They're out of
Okay.
Calgary.
Okay, shout out.
Wow.
I'm using Redkin for wax right now.
I know they do. They have waxes and everything. They have a hard wax, a soft wax, and they have a leave-in conditioner. Then they have their freaking hemp oils. Then there's their argan oils.
Probably
Wash.
Fogs, Dave and Robin. Were you? Her, Robin, works at I guess a hippie store in St. Catharines, and she makes her own beard oil now.
I really like this stuff because I like the smell of it. Yeah, they have one called Sex and Cigars.
I don't know if I want that in my.
No, you gotta smell it. It's fucking phenomenal. And there's another one called the Mountaineer, which is all like cedarwood. Really nice.
I like that.
Okay, now that we're talking about scents and things, colognes.
Don't.
No, if
I've never been into that.
There's a couple that I've had like bought for
never been into cologne.
There's a couple that I had bought for me.
Like body spray.
No,
I had Gavinci Pie.
I never wanted to alter my scent.
Yeah,
like I don't
Pit fucking roll
I did in high school, not anymore.
Wow.
I have not used anything on my armpits or other than aftershave.
Okay.
In maybe like 15 years now.
Okay, body wash or bar?
Bar.
I'm currently using a
bar
from Mammoth Co. They have a beard wash / body wash. I like.
Okay.
And I use a bar soap that they make.
Body wash.
Scottish ale.
Okay, well, I'm an Irish Springs dude, so that just works.
Irish Springs shit.
Yeah. Scottish ale
Irish
and
Springs
caffeine.
shit.
Coffee.
Okay.
Which is really nice.
All right.
Look, there's some interesting stuff. And it's
Oh,
all,
That's
it's all
crazy,
Canadian.
man. Said
Perfect.
That's
All
dope.
Canadian. It all comes out of Calgary.
I'm gonna have to try some of that then.
It's good stuff.
Irish Spring.
Yep, always.
Yeah, that's the liquid. Yeah, I got
That's
that.
just liquid. They have a bar. It was
I know.
white and green.
Or
Yep.
yeah, more green than white, but yeah, white and
My
green.
kids used to steal it when they played rugby.
Yeah.
And it worked after a rugby game, I guess.
Yeah, you smell fresh.
My kids all played rugby.
Yeah.
That's awesome. My oldest ran a rugby league.
Rugby gear smelly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Or
there's no
just
protective
wet.
gear except for a mouth guard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy rugby players, man.
I'm telling you.
And women's rugby?
Oh,
More deadly.
No,
My sister used to
they
play
have a
that.
whole nother level.
No word.
My sister and my niece used to be in it, and I'm just like, God, I would hate to get hit by you.
My daughter got into a scuffle during a game. And the next time she saw the chick was in the wintertime, curling. They had a bench brawl.
In a curling
Oh
club?
my
Yes.
gosh.
Oh, that is the most
On the
Canadian
sheet.
thing in the world.
On the sheet of ice.
That's hard. Well done. And that ice
Wow.
hurts when you fall.
They had a fist fight.
That's amazing. I wish I was there because I was a curler too.
Can you talk about a Canadian thing?
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's more Canadian than ice hockey and fighting.
Only thing would have
I
been
can't
more
even
Canadian
imagine,
lacrosse,
yeah.
and even then, like.
Lacrosse, you expect to get hit over the head of the pole.
Curling is an old
When
man
you're
sport.
curling, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the thing that everyone in China and Europe made fun of me for. You watch curling? How could you not?
watch
They're
it
like,
for
it's the stupidest thing ever. I'm like, you've never done it, first of all.
Play Chinese checkers.
Secondly, this is Canadian stuff.
Yeah, it's a
Scottish.
game of precision.
That's
Right?
It's chess.
It's
It's a
amazing.
game of precision for sure. Like,
And come on, you get to yell.
yeah. I don't even know what the hell is swing. Oh,
hurry.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I had it. I swear I had
Good
it.
12
to
pound
yell.
stone down a sheet of ice.
Pebbled and you're on your wrong foot.
Yeah, and you're throwing it with precision and it's a little bit of English.
Yeah.
That English makes a lot of
That's like
difference.
100 and some odd feet you're going.
Bro,
And you're aiming for a button this big.
I've been up watching that shit, just like
I
not
love it.
like between CPAC and fucking curling. I have, oh shit, yeah, they play it again, huh? Just all right, cool. Physics, I like
Scotty
that.
Hart's, I have it on my TV the whole time.
Yeah, physics, like
It's amazing,
2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. That shit's on, and I'm just like, all right, let's get it.
My kid will come down and be like, "Are you watching this again?"
Yeah.
Sit down.
Mm. Let us have a long, drawn-out conversation about something insignificant while I attempt to, you know, just engage in what they call that bonding.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't see it coming.
But it was just kind of funny on how it came from the pitch
Yeah.
to the sheet, and I was there watching. Did she broke her nose. There's blood.
God, damn.
The girl tried to break my daughter's knee.
Ooh.
Come on.
Every time they got into a scrum, she'd take
Tried to pull a Nancy?
That's not how you do it.
She had a
No.
brace on, so every time she got nailed up, knee would go into her knee. So carried over to the sheet.
Just like any head hunter. You take my guy out, I'm gonna take you double out.
Exactly.
Did you
Oh,
just leave it alone? Or?
I didn't get involved in that shit, man. You don't get in the middle of women arguing.
Never.
That's worse. That's worse than getting in front of two crack addicts in
When
a
there's a
fight.
2-pound rock.
You just let that shit happen, bro.
Women are brutal.
I have like, listen, man.
Do me a favor. YouTube women field hockey.
Oh, that's intense.
And I dare you to watch 20 minutes of it without going,
Field
what the fuck
hockey.
are these crazy women doing?
Field hockey, fucking UFC, badminton, damn it.
Even soccer.
That, like,
Right?
how are you vicious playing badminton, yo?
I'd have to, yeah.
Badminton.
Like, I really wish they would put hitting in women's hockey.
Like they're on separate.
Like, I wish
Or-
there
You
was
thought
hitting
John
in women's hockey.
McEnroe was crazy.
Yeah, he looked like fucking
One's
Bush.
over there, one's over there. Like, how bad could that get?
He looks like him.
I still love it, man.
Yeah.
That's still one of my favorite videos.
What?
Like, I don't know why they don't have hitting in women's hockey.
There isn't.
No.
It's not like they can't handle it.
Oh no, I've seen women throw fucking better body checks than guys.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like they can't handle it. I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. I couldn't
Is it a
tell you.
perception of dainty?
The perception of their integrity.
Trying to say something
I
with
see a little bit now. Because even watching the chick skaters that are coming out, it's hard to watch them bail. They're killer. But to watch a dude bail is hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, that's perception.
Right? And that's the hard thing to be like, yeah, you're not dainty, right?
These women.
You're also playing hockey.
Yeah.
I expect fight hits.
You're flying faster than a car, most of these people. And yes, and the NHL hits harder than the NFL. Hit on hit. It has been proven.
Well, it makes sense.
You can get more speed on skates than you can get on.
A body check, an average body check, you are getting flown at about 20 miles an hour.
I still bring up, what was it? Messier and Paul Correa.
Okay, well, let's close the curtain.
Alicia?
Yeah. All right. That being said, maybe we should actually no keep filming.
He's gone.
Okay.
You just wanted the curtain down.
I think he was here for that guy walking around with the fucking black bag.
Well, just don't want him looking in here to see what's going on, because we're just documenting the means by which we can continue to evolve and improve the quality of. Oh yeah. So
What
how,
do you think
let's
about
have some
this?
talks.
what would
Yeah.
you like? Just bring the camera over there. How can we help you?
What do you think of this?
You know, like, what are you really doing on the highway when it looks like you're speed trapping, but you're just sitting under the bridge doing.
They have a light on.
Right now?
As long as they have a light on, even an interior light, it's not trapping. Any, especially at nighttime, you'll see them. They'll be sitting on the side of the road. They will have a light on. They have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, they're not the ones with the fucking radar. On a clear day, they can nail you 5 clicks away. On a straight road. By the time you see them, it's too late.
I've actually seen a cop explain that, pulled us over, and was like, yeah, you were past the lights, 30 clicks away. I already knew you were doing 70. Boop. And I was like, man, I just made it right on the road. He goes, yeah. You accelerated pretty quick. You were in 3rd gear. He noticed the whole 9, and I was just like,
damn.
yeah.
Yeah, but then you have those crooks that I had one pull me over, tried to tell me my insurance was expired, and he tried to flip the numbers to make it seem like he's like, oh, this says 11/12/30. It's already expired there. I was like, no, that's the 11th the 30th day, the 12th year. Like,
yeah, but every form is a different setup for the numbers.
yeah, but it's
Depending on
your
what
birthday.
level of government you're defining with, the day and the month flip.
Of course. That's how they get you.
And even employment records are different too.
Yeah, but either way, like, it was just a bullshit crock.
Now you're trying to find the needle in the haystack.
Now you reaching, bro.
Like I said,
you're reaching.
2 weeks ago was the best when I got pulled over. I knew I was speeding. I was doing 42 over with a car beside me. I was going to pass him, and he was already doing a $110. Cop comes out, lights go on. I'm like, "Fuck, that's me." Wife starts laughing at me because I've only ever had.
She's like, "You know better."
I slow down, pulling behind the guy that I was going to pass. I'm fucking done, you know. He caught me, whatever. Pulls up behind me, and I pull over. Apparently, he looked a little confused. Okay, he pulls up behind me and I'll sit at the window like this every time. He walks up and goes, "I don't think I was pulling you over, but why'd you stop?" "You were behind me with lights on." You're behind me with lights on. Isn't it the law to pull over with your lights are on behind me? I wish more people would do that. Have a nice day.
Nah. Nah. Oh, man.
Actually, pull over.
Yeah.
Might as pull over.
Like, you're behind me with lights on.
Kind of have to.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
law.
It's on the test.
Yeah.
Imagine, I can't
They
imagine
do.
in that situation and not just obeying, pulling over.
You pull up behind
Not
me with fucking
creating a
cherries going,
situation,
I'm pulling off the road.
Yeah.
So you can either
Well, even the amount of people who, if an ambulance or not even being pulled over, don't move over for the lights.
Yes.
Or stop because you're in the fast lane. Like they just keep going the same.
Well, that's why I like
you
Germany.
got to do something, man.
That's why I like Germany in that. You know what can cost you almost $3,000 to get your license in Germany?
No.
Just to drive. This is where the Autobahn and everything is.
Oh, yeah.
Baby.
You have to go through government testing, government courses, government stuff, and it totals about $3,000. Okay, now driving the Autobahn, yes, it's the safest place to go speeding. If you're doing 100 clicks, you have to be 200 car lengths behind. Now, as your speed increases, you have to be further. So if you guys are traveling on, say, 200 kilometers an hour, both of you, you have to be like 9 car lengths behind, 10 car lengths behind that car. Any closer, it's a ticket. Now, at 100 kilometers, that ticket's only worth about $56. At 200 kilometers, you're at about $1,500.
Good thing I have no interest in going to Germany.
You have someone else drive.
Yeah.
But anyways, as soon as the siren goes off,
End of story.
as soon as the siren goes off, comes behind you, you're supposed to park and park. So the center of the highway is wide open, and every on-ramp and off-ramp is clear.
Well,
If you do not, one of those cops will stop and ticket you right there.
Bam.
But that's how their law is. You not pull over to the right, get to the fucking side and stop.
Makes sense, right? As long as the cops know where you are, they can make their path.
mm-hmm.
Right here, sit there and watch everyone just stop in the middle of the road.
You dummy.
That
That could kill somebody. Move to the right, you fuck.
Don't crawl along with them.
know where he is.
I remember being in a situation where just me, my bro, good friend in a vehicle, we're driving, it was probably about 3 years back, Canada Day. And we're just trying to get to Kensington Market to get some oxtail because we're coming back down to do a crazy barbecue for the weekend, right? And on our way up, I guess bro is just doing 130 the whole way, cruising 125, and not too sure it was undercover because it was pretty big looking cop vehicle, right? Like overly too high, and windows are dark. And you're like, all right, it's either. And I'm in the passenger seat. Bro's driving. My buddy Sean in the back. and I'm not paying attention to the vehicle pulling up in my blind spot, right? Because I think that happens all the time. You don't really see it, so you're like, all right, he's in the blind spot, nothing going on. My buddy behind me is like, looks over, and all he sees is this police officer just waving his hands. Fuck are you guys doing? Stop. And to Sean's like perspective of it, he thought, he was like, oh snack. So my brother looks over, and because we're in the fast lane, he slows down in the fast lane.
Ouch.
Pulls over on the side of the road. Cop pulls over, and his first words were, "Are you guys fucking stupid?
Oh wow.
Why are you over here?" My brother said, "What am I supposed to do?" I looked over in my rear view. You're in my blind spot. Further, I'm being told that you're quite aggressive with actions I don't know why. So now I'm scared. So I pull over to meet your demands. And we're fucking stupid.
Oh shit!
I love it. My goodness.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Last time I got a ticket, it was 17 minutes between getting the ticket and going to the courthouse to fight it. It only took that long because it took like 8 minutes to cuss. Yeah.
I've had 2 speeding tickets in my whole driving career.
I had a speeding ticket as soon as I got my G2.
And I followed a cop doing 168.
I'm not that lucky.
Yeah.
I think the
Not that
fastest
lucky.
I've driven on our public road is 249.
Yeah.
That's how much.
Yeah, I guess like one ticket and one DUI and lost the license. So.
God, no, man.
Golly. Nope.
Yeah. What? I just seen this and nothing.
I was talking about an incident that happened to me in Niagara Falls a few years ago. You know where Stanley and Lundy's is, right?
Yeah.
Just the Dairy Queen, and there's this gas station. Well, I was at the gas station, I got gas, and I'm like, "Oh shit, the light's turning yellow." Speed out.
Beep.
By the time I hit the center of the intersection, it was a red light, and I was doing 70. Cherries go up. Pull over. Wife laughing at me. You're gonna get a ticket. You're gonna get the same thing. Everything's sitting at the door as he pulls up. He goes, "You know why I pulled you over?" I said, "Yeah, I was being stupid." Yep. Took my stuff. He's like, "When was the last time you had a ticket?" I said, 2002. He says, "Well, see if we can keep it that way." Walks back. We're sitting there. I'm like, "Oh fuck, this is we're almost 10 minutes. There's a ticket coming." He comes back up. Have a nice day.
Well,
Thank you.
Back at 70 and gone.
Oh yeah, we're so lucky.
65.
I've had cops back me into a corner for trying to take my paperwork from Money Mart and tell me that they're not there to serve my kind. I said, "What the fuck? Did you really just say that shit to me loud enough for me to hear it?" Nah, bro.
I've had a shotgun in the back of my brains now.
Yeah, no, I've had
Life for death.
And then kicked out at the knees.
Nope.
I didn't do anything. I legitimately didn't do anything. I was going to visit my wife at her aunt's. And they went to drive by as I went around a corner where there was a tree, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" You know, pick my head out. Yeah. All of a sudden, there was 4 cop cars there and shotguns up the back of my neck.
Beep.
Literally, right here. In the middle of a pouring rainstorm in a muddy front yard, and they're like, "Get down." I'm like, "Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not lying down in this.
Yeah, that
Tell me what you're doing."
Probably isn't the greatest thing to say to someone with shotgun to your neck.
Especially in the 90s. Next thing you know, I got kicked out in the bottom of the knees, and so I'm down on my knees. They're like, "Lie down." I'm like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Shotgun gets shoved harder.
See, I wouldn't have got the fuck out. Fuck play. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
they're just. Hey. The variances. The variances.
Yeah.
I should see who's saying what. Oh my gosh, people have probably been chatting in
Wondering
here.
the cycles of the law and order.
It's messed up because
That's a nice contradiction.
Yeah.
or there's not a lot of order in law. There is
not a lot of law and order.
There's a lot of like
Either or.
there's
They're an oxymoron.
there's
That's the word. Yeah.
so much fucking contradiction and loopholes.
No, it all boils down to one thing. All law is based off of case law.
Ideology.
If it has not been fought, there is no law for it. And people confuse that with common law. The common law of the land doesn't exist anywhere in the world.
No.
It's case law. It's been case law in Canada since 1800s.
Well, this case was, and that case was.
It all goes by what's been brought up in front of a judge.
Okay.
And then it goes per level. So, say, municipality says this is illegal. We'll say drinking this water bottle is illegal in the municipality. Okay, now nobody else in the municipality can rule against that. You have to go up a step. So now you're in provincial law. Provincial law says it's legal. Now they have to go to federal law to prove that it's not. What? And then there's a Supreme Court above that. That's the final say on everything.
Why not Supreme come in the first place? like what is all this drawn out money wasting madness?
That's what law is. That's how it works.
There's a lot more to it, but
that is the basic breakdown of what law is. No current level can overrule the other level.
Yes,
that
can.
Same level.
The provincial can overrule
the municipality.
Yeah.
But then the Canadian court, you can't stay in the same court. You have to keep going up.
It doesn't always go all the way up.
No, but that's the only way. The only way you can get it overruled is by going up to the next court. Bigger fish.
Yeah.
It's like tech support.
I've dealt with so much tech support in my life; it's ridiculous.
But it's the same thing. Only this level can do so much. Then you have to go to the next.
Pay for the next hot stuff.
Yep.
Did it well.
That's how law breaks down to the most basic sense.
Yeah.
So if you're not rich enough to take it to the Supreme Court,
it doesn't go anywhere.
Oh.
And the Supreme Court can overrule government.
That's even worse.
Hence,
it's a fun thing, yeah.
Hence the very first amendment of our charter rights. You need to read that. Most people don't.
I have it hanging on my wall.
Yes, but what's the very first line?
I don't have it memorized. You can read it if
If
you want.
government makes law that is just.
As a matter of fact, let me go and read it just to clarify this because I've heard this enough times. It says actually, whereas Canada is founded upon principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law.
It says number one.
Number one, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms guarantees the rights and freedoms set out as subject only to such reasonable limits prescribed by laws as can be demonstrably justified in a free and democratic society. So basically,
lockdown is legal because nobody's challenged it, because nobody has money, and the courts will not rule.
Lockdown is not legal. It's a course of action being taken by those in governing authority to minimize the spread of virus.
So it can supersede the rights and charter.
No, I don't think it can.
That's the epitome of that first line.
If it can't be, we're demonstrating that it's just. If we didn't demonstrate that it was just, then it wouldn't be able to happen.
Well, it's hard because it goes back to John Stuart Mills and all his philosophy of when does the government actually need to come into existence, and
do something.
If you're doing it to yourself, they can't touch it. Clearly, it's changed, obviously, because it was the 1800s when he threw this down. But if you're risking a whole bunch of people, then yes, they will step in and be like, hey, you got to stop.
It's legal and just.
Yeah.
And the only way right now to prove it's not legal and just is you have to get it to the Supreme Court, which will never hit before this is over.
Well, I can't say you're in the right mind. Because clearly there's people who are against this.
Yeah.
You need to understand that in the long run, we need to protect everyone, not just you.
Yeah.
It's not the me generation. It's the me generation. It's the me society. Forget generation.
Yes,
It's
that
the new
generation
society.
will go away very soon. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
The next generation is going to be interesting.
It's scary, actually.
It's concerning the state of affairs that are occurring.
It's going to be interesting.
There's an ebb and flow of pessimism and optimism for me of, oh boy, and oh maybe. Oh,
Yeah.
the anarchist in me is like, yeah, no, they will take this down.
And then
the
there's
pessimist,
a group that's too afraid to see the
What
shadow.
is going on?
So you got three different groups that are all pretty much the same size. So it's gonna be interesting on how it evolves. Like I said, we were talking about that too, weren't we? About how each generation has their things and it's evolved to try and fix what happened prior, but it never worked.
Well, it's that pendulum swing, right? Of they went this way. No, if we just locked it in the middle and let it go.
And I've been into some people like, hey, you know, it's your fault this shit is happening. I'm just trying to change it, so you can't get all up in my face because I'm doing what you should have done.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing,
right?
Yeah.
You doing that is superimposing your beliefs onto somebody else that in 20 years may have a different belief of what you did was wrong.
Yeah. No.
So you're always looking behind you to try to go forward. You can't learn unless you watch behind you.
No, that's not. You're learning something different.
Or
if
reflect.
you learn. Yeah, you learn different
You're not
if you look
learning
at.
anything different. You're still doing the same tracks.
No.
Yeah, you got to look at what your parents did, and
Exactly.
they're the baby boomers and whatever other generation and
Baby boomers. It just
And
remember, it just goes
changing-
baby boomers, Generation X,
Okay.
millennials.
So
okay.
so the baby boomers were doing it industrial, right? They're still at the end of the industrial revolution technically, and wars and blah 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 blah. They look at us now. We're able to do our art and our music more than they ever had to.
Yep.
Right, and having conversations with my father, he's seen this and I've seen that. Of, oh yeah, we don't need to struggle so much anymore because we can do what we want. So it's that lesson of you're done.
Generation ahead of us is now doing even more on their own in the way they want to do it. So it's
Well, and that's going to be the interesting part of what their passions turn into, right? My parents were working. You have a family. Our passion is music, poetry, my family. Not necessarily work, because work can come no matter what I want. See what the next generation is of
technology.
Yeah.
It's the technical. You hurt me.
Well, it's.
Oh my gosh! Oh, they're so sensitive. Holy fuck!
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's just no. I draw the line.
Yeah, but there's the whole thing there because that's the changing of how somebody was raised.
Yeah,
Okay,
but how somebody
baby
was
boomers beat their
raised.
kids. Those kids try to not beat their kids, but still.
But that only weighs so much. That only carries so much weight.
Carries a lot of
you
weight.
get to a point where what was done to you as you were raised can't deter. Like you can't determine everything.
You think that, but it's not. Sadly, I'm part of that generation that is that way of. Well, my parents did this to me when I was 6. You're 32, man. Let it go. It's over with. Don't hold any grudge, but they're still like, yeah, but I gotta do this.
Deal with it. No, you gotta deal with it in the sense of you approach the individual who the conflict is with in order to find some resolution. I can't carry over something that happened like 30 years ago and say, okay, yes, I was born left-handed and I was weaned right-handed. Okay, I can. Yeah, I know. I can say that. Oh no, that created complication for me. Didn't allow me to do what I wanted to do. Or I could say, hey, that might have spared me from some kind of complication that I wasn't aware of.
You can admit that it is a complication, right? It changed a little bit, but you don't hold it against your parent.
No,
they did what they thought was right. We're letting this go, and that's where all these kids need to. But it still influenced you. Yes.
But I'm not saying that saying that it didn't. But like the conversation before was that you can't change.
It's not a negative concept.
You can't change what your perspective is on the situation,
and it becomes the standard. And you always go back and go, well, this is
what treated me, so I'm not going to treat them like that. Well, okay.
Again, it's pendulum.
Having some stuff that you grew up with and not pushed forward makes a softer person.
Not so. Are you saying that I should have?
No, I'm not saying you should beat your child.
Okay, because that's what's coming.
No.
There you go.
It's not all about getting a trophy for
choosing,
Yeah,
but
it's gonna hurt.
No,
Yes.
it's not about getting a trophy for everything,
Positive
but there
reinforcement
definitely
24/7 does not work.
there has to be recognition. Yeah, if you're doing good all the time, recognize the good all the time. If you're not doing good all the time, then recognize when you're not doing good.
Yes.
I firmly believe that my child is more likely to succeed if I recognize her actions when they are positive, as opposed to trying to consequence her when she's doing something in the negative, because she wants to get attention either way.
Yeah, you got to teach them that there's no such thing as a negative. It's all a learning curve. It's all prudent and necessary, right?
You break your arm, that teaches you not to do that again.
And the best thing, and what I've heard a lot of people talk about, are the skateboarders, right? I'm one of those. It takes 99 times of me taking huge hits for that one time to land it, and it's amazing.
And you may never do it again.
Because it takes another 99.
Don't do
Yeah.
this to me, bro. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it needed to happen.
And I'm a musician.
Yeah.
Self-punishment is something I go through daily.
Life is pain.
Living.
Definitely. And like I wasn't the sugarcoat, band-aid, goo goo gaga kind of dad. Like, hey, I see those eyes. Those eyes are gonna be the same size that you have for the rest of your life. So I'm gonna show you life as real as it comes. And like spoke to her like she was developing, and you know what I mean, gave her credit where it was due based on her activities and her actions and her conduct. So it's
if failure's not really like using that word of
failure is just not trying.
Yeah, failure is when you give up.
Yeah.
But yeah, of something that didn't work, it's what you learn from this. Keep moving.
Yeah. Like she has a climbing wall in her room. She's taller than a climbing wall now, but like I gave her that so she could develop her strengths and like work on different facets of her physicality.
Damn.
Yeah.
I used to be a rock climber. That's awesome.
Yeah, like I want to like this whole wall right here when we get like I only haven't done it yet because I'm renting, but like this whole wall all the way up is going to be like a climbing wall. So, you know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff that I want to do. And it's just like I find that challenging myself and challenging her, kind of give her something to strive towards when you let them sit dormant.
There's another
when
thing
you let
for
them
that
sit,
next culture is they don't have a striving point anymore.
Yeah.
No, and there is also a thing of too much drive. That leads to neglect.
Tech now lets them know too much.
Just keep achieving.
You keep going. It's like somebody. Okay, here is a negative side to that as well.
Gotta be happy with what you have.
Nobody ever is.
You can become that way.
You can come,
but that
no, not necessarily.
But it's the scary part of a fine line between nihilism and
and that's the same thing with
fatalism.
Drive and too much drive.
Well,
look at a workaholic.
Yeah,
I've seen
workaholics. That is a byproduct of too much drive. Being told, dude, go.
Moderation is what's needed, right? Yeah, you need to fail, you need to screw up, but you need to be victorious some days.
And you need to take a day off.
You need rest, 100%. You need that
Definitely.
meditation back in place, and that's the thing too, right? Sit back and relax. Put your phone down for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not always left and right, black and white.
No, there's a gray area.
It all blends together.
Yeah.
And that's the hard thing to teach somebody.
Depending on when you start.
It doesn't matter even from birth, because remember,
It does.
no, listen, let me finish. Each individual has their own individual thoughts.
Yes.
And how they perceive or receive information.
Okay.
Regardless of how you teach it, that person still receives it a different way than you're menting.
Even right now.
Yes. So always trying to but what you think is positive could be misleading to somebody else. Just because you raise somebody a certain way
doesn't
doesn't
know
mean
their foundation of how they were raised. Yeah.
Even then the foundation can change. Your body chemistry changes every X amount of years.
7.
Your mental status at 18 makes a drastic change that can make you go from a perfect human being,
depending on the support system you have,
to what? No, chemically.
Yeah.
To killing somebody because of a chemical switch.
Yes, but the chemicals that flow through your body are determined by the supports it's not just like there's more to it than that. It's like if you are always smiling and laughing and giggling with your child, they're gonna have the endorphins to create more positive energies compared to if you're always yelling at, screaming at, and threatening your child. They're gonna create more of the fear oriented bioproducts. So that is going to determine in part how they react when they get to that age. I know that I had, like, when I got to 18, some shit switched. That's a given fact. But I didn't jump off the deep end. I just didn't know how to react to certain situations. And I think, like, if I had a better support system at the time, then I would have handled things differently. But, like,
that's not always the way.
That's not all. I'm not saying that it is.
Both of your points, the chemical thing, because it's a change, you have the power to control that and change it.
Yes and no.
You take discipline and you have to learn to harness it, like any power, like any go to Star Wars, go to Naruto, go to whatever you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the support system helps, but it's all on you as well.
Yes, because
right. As much as no man is an island, you can start out that way, and you got to learn to deal with your island before you move into the continent.
My dad always said that in order to love anybody, you must first love yourself.
Yeah, it goes to my thing too. Don't lie to yourself.
You got to find out who you are first.
Exactly.
You lie to yourself, you can lie to anyone.
And that's something that a lot of people don't understand.
That's what a lot of people do.
Yeah, they don't understand.
Oh yeah, Facebook's great for it.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Well, and
look at me.
I've been seeing that there's a massive fine line on how to find yourself. Right. I went halfway around the world and literally put myself in a position of I didn't speak the language, I didn't know anyone there, and I mentally broke. But I know I have the resilience to come back. There's a lot of people that I know who do this would not come back. So it's the hard thing of I don't know. We don't know where the breaking point is for each person, and that's the scary part.
Yes.
Right. And I just watched the documentary of the Cecil Hotel. If anyone. Okay. Right. That girl was a big thing of she pushed herself so far into the uncomfortable, she ended up killing herself by accident because she stopped taking her medication because she was fine because she had the endorphins. She had
false hope.
A false hope and a false reality of I can push myself so far without any support. I'm gone. So there's that thing that all humans need to do is push. But you got to figure out where your breaking point is and
don't push past that.
Have that support group who can.
Yeah, but you can. There's also people that have the support groups, all the help, and everything, and still something snaps.
Yeah. In the negative
way. I'm not saying that it is the be all and end all.
So
I'm just saying there's more to it.
Every psychologist, we don't know yet.
No.
We never will.
No. Which is a fantastic thing, and we can philosophize and rant about this all day.
It's fun.
It is. And going through all the theories, right?
He's comfortable and having fun this time around.
Yeah.
Because the first time he was a little uptight on video.
I don't like video.
It doesn't. There's the latency thing that still just doesn't allow for the connection.
This is true.
Playing some music and
the
shit down there.
Relax out.
Yeah.
When Scott was on, I was like, okay, let Scott and you guys do your thing. And Scott really wanted to get to know Effects May Vary by
That was the whole point of that conversation, yeah. Letting them have their conversation.
Charlotte
just
really,
cooking.
really wanted to be here. She heard a, huh?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, maybe we can get you in the same. What?
Yeah, and then Hot Apollo was scheduled for the interview, and just like, well, this can work because I met Effects May Vary through Hot Apollo, and I didn't realize they hadn't actually conversed online before. So, yeah, that was kind of cool, and they haven't performed together yet, so that gives me a little something to work on. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Scott wants to come up and perform with them.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's gonna be a huge festival going down
there.
Oh goodness. Oh, they have shows down there now where Scott is. He said he was going to Toledo for a goth thing.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why he had to get off.
Okay.
Scott's welcome anytime.
Yeah.
Cool dude. Very cool, dude.
It's nice to as much as it's on video and even here to be around with.
It's different being here than
people.
on the screen.
That's the key right there.
Like especially with the food. Food definitely makes a difference.
Yeah, that wasn't fair.
Hey man, it's like I go for the 5 sense experience. It's like if you can hit all 5 senses stimulate all 5 senses in a good way, then people are more likely to appreciate what you offer. So
I still say the first week I come here and he ain't making dumplings, I'm going home.
I hold no one here against their own accord. So
Well, I also told him we need to make that into a poutine. Dumplings, but yay big fried, cheese curd in the center, gravy on top.
I think it's more than possible.
it's gonna be so fattening.
Crunchy, salty, and
Delicious.
great texture.
Smothered in gravy.
Oh my goodness.
What's better than biscuits and gravy?
Get out of
No,
me.
that's
With
great
cheese
to
in
it.
the center of it.
Nice.
Better, Block. What's better?
Lasagna. And
Are we gonna have to go for a run after?
that's what I'm saying. It's
At
like
that point, there is no running; it's laying down.
if I have to exercise because I ate, then I got to consider what I'm going to eat. I'd rather just eat properly.
Okay, so we'll get him some lettuce that day. How's that?
That's fine. I'll wrap my cheese in my lettuce and have that.
Apparently, if you eat 13 heads of lettuce, you get high.
13 heads of lettuce.
In one sitting?
That's
a lot of lettuce.
That is a
There's
lot.
a chemical in the water.
No,
That's too much lettuce.
no.
I love my lettuce, but
You're gonna be drowning your lungs. That's a lot of
Yeah, man,
water.
you're gonna have the greenest shit ever.
that's just fun enough.
Like,
Let's do it.
bro,
Anytime.
you know what I mean?
I wanna
Like,
see this great shit.
This is what you're looking forward to when I'm older.
oh, man.
I want to see this green.
This is happening right like this.
Show it to
When
me.
you change my diapers, I'm gonna make sure.
Now I want to know how much lettuce you can eat before getting full.
Oh man.
I've eaten 2 heads.
That's
Yeah. I used to work in a restaurant.
Oh man.
In an average day, I could go through 150 wings. An average shift. We were allowed to eat as many wings as we wanted.
Oh, not that time.
And
now.
salad.
That's heaven right there.
No, not really.
No, I know what's the consequences, hell, but
Yeah.
No, you gotta figure out what else to eat because
In the
you can only
moment.
do wings so many ways.
no, you can't.
You can only have salad so many ways.
I can't get bored of those two things.
alternate. You gotta alternate, bro.
And this was long before like deep fried Mars bars and that, so we were doing that ourselves.
Like who the fuck thought
Oh,
that shit
that.
up?
Yeah, deep
how you
fried
just-
Mars.
Yeah, yo, I got this really
Let's
fatty
make this
thing right
worse.
here. You know what? Fuck it, let's dip it in something else and make it even fattier. Yeah. Throw that in some oil. Call it a day, motherfucker.
Oh,
I've had a deep fried Oreo before. I'm not gonna lie. But
Deep fried Oreos, deep fried butter, deep fried
no.
deep fried Coca-Cola.
Listen. I am not prejudiced, but there are just certain things that certain cultures are responsible for that other cultures might not have created. And I'm gonna say that in a blanket statement.
Oh.
That's a
I would
blanket
deep
Deep
statement.
fried junk food is definitely Americanized.
Everyone's laughing at us for it.
Hot is
Until they
that,
come over and try.
How can you deep fry butter?
Bro.
Why would you do
Okay,
Man,
now,
like the deep
I can
fried
show you how to
milk.
do it with your dumplings.
that?
You freeze, like you cut your butter up to sizes you want it,
Eh? Okay.
and then you freeze it. Okay, you take your dumpling dough, put the butter in the center, and you roll it around. Deep fry it.
But then it
just
melts.
absorbs in.
Okay, yes.
it's almost like what you did, but like waiting until the end.
And
So it just
results.
absorbs into every orifice at once.
Okay.
And it's just like fresh, hot butter.
Right. I wasn't thinking of maybe it was being with the flour or something else.
Literally a stick of
I
butter.
just thought butter. Deep fried butter. There it is. A spoon of it. I was blank this whole time.
I thought that too.
Now we're gonna bring the fucking tell the dumpling part and he goes home. Deep fried some butter, man.
That shit just disappeared, yo. What are you talking about, man?
How? That's why I kept saying how, because I'm like, maybe I'm looking at this totally wrong.
With deep fried
And,
Coca-Cola. You freeze the Coke into certain ice cube sizes, and
Yeah.
you put it inside of a bread, and you fry it.
Oh man, fuck! That just gave me a good belly laugh.
Did you not see the video that went on Facebook?
No.
Oh, it was Kevin on stage, I think it was. was. Somebody made a waffle.
Oh, waffles are big jam. I love
Then, no, I think it's better. It's a turducken of waffles. They took a waffle, made the waffle, heated up a frying pan, put pancake batter in it, put the waffle on top of it, cooked it, and then went and put it in an egg wash, like, French toast, and then fried it.
Good Lord.
Okay. I could see that. I could fuck with that.
But he can't have dumpling poutine.
Nah, because that's sweet, bro.
Man's like, no.
Because I can make it thin. I can.
No.
Then there's the turducken.
Gravy and cheese, bro. That's carbs like crazy, bro.
And pastry isn't.
Okay, but
Perception.
Hey.
He was raised on waffles.
That's what I'm saying. Waffles and pancakes and shit. Like, it's like putting that together is fine because it's not okay. Like, how do I say this?
Waffles and chicken.
Fuck it. We're at the Savage Circle. It's like I'm used to experimenting with Canadian food. However, there's certain Caribbean foods that I just have not experimented with, and I can just picture my parents or my mother specifically. I love you, Mom. Don't get me wrong, but I can just David. What kind of backside foolishness that you try? That can you not?
Experimenting got shut down.
There's one I want to try.
You experimenting cooking something? No, man, I saw you for do it.
And you bake it inside of a vanilla cake. And then you take a chocolate cake, and then you bake a pie in that.
Good Lord,
And then you put it together and make it. You do it all up.
That would kill me.
No, it would kill me, but it would be awesome to try at least one bite.
It's worth another kidney stone. That's fine.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out what in the Sam hell is. Hey, you know what? It is what it is, man. That's a creative fucking meal. I'll tell you that much. That's
Well, who thought of a turducken?
someone who has some serious
chicken. You shove it up a duck's ass with stuffing.
Someone with some
And
serious
then you
sexual
take that and you
frustration.
shove it up a turkey's ass with stuffing.
Yeah, that's someone with some serious sexual frustration.
I had one sitting in the freezer.
Turducken.
Definitely. How
I
you
have
gonna
one a year.
Stuff and then go stuff again.
You gonna stuff something in something?
And you
then-
debone them.
Just
I have one sitting at home. I have turducken every year.
Man, I got a turkey in the oven. In the freezer.
I'm joking.
Trying to figure out when we gonna cook that.
I have turducken sitting at home.
Who prepares this for you?
I bought it. You can buy it. I'll send you a picture of the box.
Please do.
And it's with apple sage stuffing. In every
Gracious.
layer.
Apple sage.
And the duck is deboned, the chicken's deboned, and the turkey's deboned except for the legs.
Okay.
Real talk.
He sounds
Go
genuinely
folks. Yeah.
excited about
I
this
love
shit
it.
right now. Like he is beaming with fucking joy.
There
Holy
you go,
shit! I'm
folks.
sitting here like I remember one time I went to this guy's house and he fed me duck and I didn't know it was duck. It was curry duck and
It's amazing.
it's very
love it.
soft and it was
Greasy.
and greasy. But I didn't know that it was duck and I was eating it like it was chicken. I'm just like, why does this taste like it? Like the fat? Like I could taste more of the fat. I'm just like, what is
You
going
can buy
on
it
here?
stored in a jar.
So I finished my plate. He's like, you like that, right? I'm like, yeah, man, it tasted good still. He's like, it was duck. I'm like, you fucking dick.
I can bring it tomorrow.
No thanks. I'll pass.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Bro?
Rabbit?
Yeah, rabbits just dangerous. but
Some parts of rabbits.
I don't know.
Majority of it is quite
I've enjoyed rabbit all the time.
lean. Oh yeah, we cook it.
Come near my truck.
It's
It's
just
just people come up.
very
It's full of protein, so you gotta be careful.
the rabbit's quite bony,
No,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Protein. Very, very, very
The
rich.
rabbit's quite bony. Yeah.
Well, so is duck. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The Peking duck is.
Maybe I'll get some moose or maybe a fucking bear claw.
Okay,
An
that's
actual bear claw.
like
I had venison just before quarantine.
what was
Lamb
that?
It's okay.
Kangaroo?
We gave him kangaroo one day.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried
Kangaroo
it.
pepperettes.
Bastards,
Elk.
Yeah.
Elk pepperettes. We
It
had
was kind of
wild
hard.
boar,
It's
wild
amazing. It's
buffalo.
amazing to taste store-bought meat, and then you
Oh,
have
fresh is
fresh,
different,
and you're like,
yes.
oh my god, this
Yeah.
is
What a
just-
difference.
This is what life
Like I
tastes
said, there's a
like.
place
What
I
a
have to go and
difference.
get some exotic.
This
meat.
is what
we are
life
going
tastes
to go
like.
try.
Yeah.
Like I gotta do gator. I've never done gator, and I don't know why. just never came across it. Like readily available.
Every time he says
It's
gator,
a
I can
Quebec
just
thing.
picture like the gator gut open like this and just like some.
There's one dude who did it.
Emu, I just
Yum up something
you
and
know,
done.
never bothered to go to my right.
Gator.
I've had ostrich. Maybe I'll get you an ostrich egg.
Bird, okay, fine. Bird.
Ostrich egg.
I don't know about that, bro. Like it's a.
You need a drill to open it.
Really? That is insane.
What kind of thickness layer is that
You
thing
know what I mean?
on?
Do I
Like,
even want to eat that shit?
People will just clear them out, blow them out, and then wash them and dry them and have an ostrich egg. Goose eggs. I should get hold of some goose eggs.
What the? Someone just asked me one of the dumbest questions that I even allow myself to read. Yes, I would. I think I'm being watched right now, and someone wants to tire my patience, and my patience is being tried.
speak on it.
Okay, I was just asked by an artist who I've attempted to record on more than one occasion, whether or not I would charge them for re-recording something that I've already recorded, and the answer is yes, because I've already recorded it. I've done my job where it comes to working with certain artists, and I have an exchange. There's some who promote, there's some who present, there's some who, like, we all have an understanding. I am tired of giving out free. You know what I mean? My car doesn't take free. My bills don't take free. You know what I mean? It's just
you need to at least barter something.
there needs to be an exchange of some sort. And like I'm at the point right now where I know I feel like someone's just trying to manipulate the situation. And I'm not trying to be manipulated either. So yeah, I can't.
Looks like you have a Facebook message.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I talk about it as it comes up because, like I said, I am right around the corner, and you're gonna pick the middle of my podcast, our podcast, to come and ask me a question that is almost insulting. Yes, I will charge you if I have to re-record your song because I put a lot of time and effort into recording it the first time. There. There.
Tiny step into the studio. It costs some stuff.
No, and it's not even like I'm like the amount of stuff. Ask this man, the amount of stuff that I'm actually willing to provide for that little bit of time, or a little bit of money that I asked for.
Well, we came across it with Broadcaster.
Yeah, like I mean,
somebody asked us for our time, and I volunteered to help. That's right. Like not even asking for money.
Yeah.
And they thought it was too much.
That is, yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've done
and
that.
went and did it themselves, and it didn't go very well.
No. I can admit, like,
that is a big fight with upcoming artists and artists.
Watch
how
the
much
Wednesday
you charge
show.
for this?
Watch our Wednesday show. Because
Yeah.
I'll be in the backstage while he's doing his thing, and I'm, doing stuff for him behind the stage. So
yeah.
Wednesday show is more of a sit down.
Saturday show
professional.
Saturday show is more of us like in front of the camera, kind of winding down, talking about the week, going over everything that's happened, and just kind of decompressing on air.
Yep.
More like that, yeah.
Yeah, just sitting around hanging out.
Yeah, just chilling.
But Wednesday is more of a hardcore, structure.
Yeah.
Like graphics and all sorts of shit.
The one-on-one interview kind of thing, like the specific questions and all of that stuff. We got a couple people coming up these next few weeks. We're booked up until like April 5th, April 14th. I think. Yeah.
And a possible couple of pop-ups.
Yeah.
Next Saturday's a busy one again.
Yep. That's a hill in. That's gonna be a day and a half. Well, I think everything's gonna just happen earlier.
Yeah, well, when Sahil, I figured we'd interview him.
Yeah.
John asked a couple of questions because he's a fan of him as well. And
of course.
When Sahil has to leave, probably carry on a bit with John and see what's going on with Dust Walker and what they're doing because he's a local musician. He's a very talented musician.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in that band's a talented musician, but he's the one that's with us. Let him pump his shit a bit and then take a bit of a break and get ready for
Yeah.
The Big L.
Oh,
Yeah.
cheese.
Oh,
cooking.
serious?
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Have you ever? Yeah, that's what's up, man. We got a good thing going, man. The working mechanism is fluid now. We're back at 7:00 for the Savage Circle because like things just happen that way. So we're just going with it for now. It's either 5 or 7:00. But you see when we go live.
There might be days when we don't need to because like today we really didn't have to.
Yeah.
Everybody was on for the cooking show. The cooking show was pretty fun.
That was
pretty
awesome.
good.
Good conversation, background conversation.
Oh,
Facts.
Everything happened.
It was.
Must be doing the thing in the background.
And everybody wanted to
Really
jump
cool.
on early, so why complain?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we still gave him another 2 hours.
Put it in time.
Oh man, like YouTube content, we just gotta get our views up and our subscribers up
I
because
think we need another 35 for Twitch.
Twitch, come on, add up on Twitch. We gotta.
Savage Circles, Savage Potluck Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That's 17 channels, dude.
Yeah.
17 channels is stuff.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. We go in. Like I said, like with
One of them we're gonna if one catches. Well, okay, the Facebook's not too bad. We're almost what 500-600 people, and that's without
something
pay.
like that. Yeah.
That's without anything. This is what episode what?
This is episode 14.
14 weeks.
Killing it.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. Still getting over 3,000 interactions a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far out, man.
It's promoted on the website. Like now I have a page on the website. If you go to, I think it's services, then podcast, you can click on the Savage Circle podcast or any of the other podcasts that we have listed. Candid Conversations, Tough Talks with Tilly and the Block, or
We have people sharing down in Arizona with us. Erie,
yeah,
Buddy, Exhibit Productions, Erie,
Exhibit One
Mr. Mark.
Productions, yeah,
Mike
Golab,
yeah, he's helping us too while we doing his shit. Cleveland, Scott, he's been a huge supporter of us since we met him.
Definitely.
We're doing a bunch of stuff back and forth, and Bex Mayberry always
they're out in
helping
Toronto,
us too.
New Market area. Yeah.
It's nice to see
I had the privilege of designing their logo,
Their newest
and I could see it. Like I can see a next level for it, and I want to ask Mike to do it. But like, yeah, I think I'm gonna ask Mike if he's interested in doing this one because I like his flair when it comes to the logo design. Oh yeah. Oh, computer's still here on this one. I like his flair where it comes to the design. But yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna have to see. No, it's still on here.
just give me the phone.
Yeah. But
My laptop was acting up earlier.
yeah, there it is. Boom. It's just reloading. Okay. So yeah, no, it's just I have an idea for it, and I think Mike will be able to do it because he knows how to make things work a certain way. I think it would take me too long to.
Mike's very talented for only doing this a year.
Yeah.
Like graphic wise.
This is his gift.
Well, he's a friend of mine. We used to play PlayStation years ago, and we played for years. But anyways, he decided and turned his life to where he wanted to go and everything. He does photography, and then he got into audio, video side of it. He's done documentaries, little shorts. But he's really, really well at graphic designs and doing that visual, like ultra fucking 4K.
Yeah.
I invited him on, and he's like, okay. I said, like, can you send me some stuff for a promo? Oh, you want a promo? 40 minutes later, here.
Sent the promo.
Here's a 35-second promo. Is that good?
Now, me and him have been going back and forth on these promos, and we were kind of joking about how like they were just like slide reels or some shit like that. And then he goes and sends us this official fucking
explosions,
like, words just coming out of the boom, and just like images moving and shit. I'm just like, wait a minute, hold on a second. Like, you want to do the rest of them for us?
Like he put in more into a show than anybody we've ever asked, and we don't ask them to do anything.
No, we just ask y'all to
Anybody
show
comes
up.
on, we just say, send us some pictures. And if you're a band, send us a song that we can use.
Yeah.
A couple of songs, so we can pick which one we like that fits the promo. And that's what we get. And, I just make it real simple. Okay, here's an intro, here's some pictures, here's who's on, here's an outro, like a little end graphic. Throw it together. It's a little slideshow type thing.
Yeah.
Nothing but, and he comes with this fucking full-on 4K fucking like action movie.
Go hard.
Yeah.
I was expecting Bruce Willis to come climbing out of somewhere out of the fucking air duct.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Is this okay?" What?
Can I get Bruce Willis in here?
You know what I mean? Like, for sure. Yeah, that's definite.
But like all our guests do bring something. Everybody does, but it was just kind of blown away that he put as much effort into it as we were trying to.
Yeah. Definitely.
That shows talent and devotion.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
No.
It's a true part of it all.
Big time.
It was humbling because it was just like, wow, this.
Dedication, too.
Yeah.
All the above.
Like, can I steal parts of this? He's like, go ahead. I'll make you one if you want. I'm like,
Yeah.
Dude.
Say less. Yeah.
Say less for real. All right. We hit 2 hours and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it a
That's it for
night.
me.
Y'all been in our lives for the last, I don't know, like 12 hours. No, 7 hours, 7, 8 hours. We've just been showing you a little bit of what's happening. The world is still moving. We still got things happening.
And he may be back on the 3rd to take my spot because I'm not here.
Yeah, you're welcome to come through if you want.
Let me know anything.
Bring some recipes with you.
Yeah, man. April 3rd.
Idea.
I have
Yeah.
my granddaughter's birthday.
We
And I
have.
don't want to leave him in a lurch. You seem to fit it pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys want me here, I'll do my little rantings and ravings and
Definitely.
stuff.
As long as they don't mind, I don't care.
We're having lasagna that week.
Of course you are.
I'll put one in the freezer for you.
Lasagna.
Yeah, we have one of those because we're gonna have Ezra from Choom Gang. He's releasing. Yeah, bro.
Is it going to be video or in-house?
He's gonna be in house.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick.
I'm telling you.
I don't want to meet him face to face.
Yeah, well,
We hit it off pretty good.
you did. We'll have him in another time. He's not. Well, he's going up. He's definitely going up. So he's gonna be bringing his new song, his new album.
He just released a new Trip and Balls too, didn't he?
Yeah, he just released his 50th episode of Ezra Trips Balls. Milestone episode. He's been doing it for a year.
It's 100 likes now.
Yeah, 100
subscribers.
Yeah, subscribers.
Sick.
Yeah, we got something happening here on this Facebook, not this Facebook, on this live here. Phone's just bugging, but it's all good. He's gonna be dropping in, and we're gonna talk about his latest release.
Yeah, no, if you want me to take over on the 3rd, send me some stuff so I can get prepped.
Okay.
I don't have any questions or anything like that. So
This is as much.
I'm the only one that preps.
I prep all week, bro. I just go by the fly when the day shows up. I prep the only prep that's improv. It's like by the
As an R&B artist, hip hop artist.
Yeah.
He decided to go away from the
traditional,
generic,
generic
That's
kind
the
of
nice part,
rap,
because
young guy kind of thing. He's now a family man.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
No,
He's-
lyrics we can bond, no problem.
He's
Yeah.
really
Poetry
down
and
to
stuff.
earth. He's really
Yeah. Like he's just focused. Like I want to see big things happen for this guy. He's just one of those guys who has a skill set that matches the character. You know what I mean?
he
Like,
has some good tunes. I got into that all pretty good.
yeah, he's actually going to be on. I'm going to
Send
release
him,
this.
send him the YouTube.
He's going to be on Play My Song. We're still on right now. He's going to be on Play My Song, and that's on 4/20. So April 20th, tune in to @privatename_@privatenumber. As a matter of fact, from March 16th and every Tuesday thereafter, tune in to @privatename_privatenumber for Play My Song. It's going to be a song it's going to be a show basically that does good for the artist. You're going to want to tune in to see what happens on Instagram @privatename_privatenumber. So yeah, that's what's up. Anybody else got something to say before we close it down?
Till next week.
Till next week. Big Zay. Crazy weekend. Whoever watched today, glad you tuned in, and I hope you have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, we'll see everyone later.
Yeah. All right. So for LG on his birthday weekend and DUI, we got Memoirs of a Mustache in here. It's the Block saying, bless up. We out.